Hey there guys, we're going to be going to Scorn of the March of the Insects, and we're going to be doing it with kind of a gimmick team. This is obviously not a guide, we're going with 4-man team, but this is just for fun to see if I can do it with only 4 units. Now the gimmick with this team is we're using evasion on everyone. We're getting our practice in for the Behemoth trial, so we're going to try an all evade team. Now with all evasion, we completely ignore the need for Mirage. We don't need to worry about any of the physical attacks. The Mantis fight can't hurt us whatsoever. The only damage in this whole trial will be the magic attack, which Cecil can cover. And Cecil, as you know, is a boss. He doesn't even need mitigators. He's got his own personal general mit. And he's going to be full evasion and covering. And he can also do things like mana regen, stat buffs, etc. Sylvie is going to be an all-around support unit. She's going to be imbuing holy to the team. She also will be doing magical mitigation and healing and break immunity, and she'll be doing breaks on the enemies. She just does a whole lot. And you'll notice we gave Sylvie and Cecil bonds with the Aeons, and Sylvie's using the Summer Parasol. That's going to help us get the Esper gauge filled up while Kadaj is busy charging up. Now, Kadaj's build is a little bit expensive. He's using a few specific pieces of gear. He's full evasion. He's got his own STMR, the Ega Blade, etc., and some dodge stuff. Sea Dragon really makes this build. Without Sea Dragon, it's not quite as good. But he's got, as you can see, 100 evasion and 300% insect killer, and almost 3k attack. If I door potted him, he'd be at 3k, but I'm not going to door pot Kadaj as much as I like him. And then Tom built me one as well. He and you see his is still really good, but without Sea Dragon, it's not quite as good. He loses a lot of attack power, but still, he's looking really good with really high insect killer, full evasion, and Kadaj. Kadaj also imperils Holy. He cannot imbue Holy, but he does imperil it. So with Sylvie providing the imbue, we can take advantage of this trial's weakness to Holy damage. Alright, so this first turn is a little bit irritating. We're going to have to deal with all the bugs. But I think Kadaj's Mystic Bullet should probably one-shot it, even though it's a pretty weak modifier. Let's see, it's Mystic Bullet with both of them. We'll actually use Sylvie to break them. Just this. I mean, I'm almost certain it would one-shot, but just for the absolute certainty, now it'll definitely one-shot. Oh. I probably didn't even need a break with Sylvie. But anyway, we're good. Alright, so we're going to kill the Black Mantis first. But Kadaj, you know, he is a little slow in the beginning. It's kind of like Bart's almost, where he spends 2 turns charging up, and then he gets going for real. So Cecil will just change stance. We don't care about mitigation, breaks, nothing. That's all irrelevant in this fight. Because we're going to be using... let's see, Marion, watch over me. We're using evasion, so these guys can't hurt us. They just sit there and look dumb. Yep, there is absolutely nothing whatsoever this fight can do to hurt an evasion team. Alright, so let's have Cecil dispel that top one's defense buff. He's on Alexander. Alright, now Kadaj will do his power-ups. I forget, which one is the Imperil? We're going to do the Imperil first. Enveloping Darkness. Enveloping Darkness, break defense, and then Spinning Quake. Alright, so let's see. Enveloping. The other two don't really matter. Alright, Sylvie is now going to triple. We're going to imbue light to both of the Kadajes. And we'll do a hop into battle on mine. I think mine's slightly higher attack power, so it's more effective on him. That did work, right? Yeah, we're good. Alright. So this is the charge up turn. This is going to do a pretty low damage. Then the next two turns are big burst. You know, it's possible we even one-shot this guy next turn. Oh, he buffed his defense. If I dispel the defense buff, I'd dispel the Imperil. And I don't want to do that, so we're just going to Thunderous Crash twice. This guy buffing his defense is the biggest headache. Alright, so we might one-shot this. Even though the boss is defense buff. Yeah, not quite. I had no way to get rid of that defense buff. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and mana regen 3 times. Sylvie can really do whatever. I guess Gracious Knight for the break immunity. And we gave Cecil a regeneration materia as well, so he self-heals when we do that kind of stuff. Okay, now our second turn of burst. We could like chain and then change targets and get a little bit of damage on the other guy, but it's not really worth it because he heals anyway. So, all right, Cecil can just refill mana. Sylvie can just do whatever, honestly. Gracious Knight, yeah, that's fine. I'll use Sylvie to top off Cecil before we go into the next fight. Alright, so Kadaj does have the 4-turn rotation, so he's going to have to recharge up for the next 2 turns, and then we can deal damage again. Alright, Kadaj, let's go ahead and use your cooldown. And we'll kill the other one. Did I do that right? Yes. Cecil can just refill mana again. I guess Sylvie will start topping off Cecil. Where's her? Alright, I should have done that in a different order. It didn't really matter. Alright, Sylvie, let's triple. Let's imbue Holy to the 2 DPS. And we'll do Hop to the Rescue just so triple cast is unlocked for next turn. Enveloping Gaia spinning. Let's see, Enveloping Gaia spinning. This is the power-up turn. Alright, yeah, so in 2 more turns of chaining, we should definitely have this done. And this one does not buff his defense outside of the permanent buff that we can't remove anyway. So I guess he kind of does, but that's something you can't control. Alright, let's Thunderous Crash 3 times. Thunderous Crash 3 times. Cecil's going to go ahead and change stance here, so we can heal next turn. Actually, we're just going to heal him with Sylvie this turn. Same thing. Let me hop into battle, and where's her heal? We'll heal to get Cecil back to full health for the next fight. Oh, well, we got it this turn. Okay, that works out well. Yeah, Kadaj's burst is super good. Alright, so this one, we don't care about Mirage and all that, which is super awesome. So we're going to go ahead and Defense and Spirit buff. And actually, we don't even need to do that. But it doesn't matter. We may as well. Actually, even better, we're going to Cover and Provoke. Actually, the mana drain's not till later, so that Provoke did nothing. But it doesn't hurt. Yeah, this first turn, Cecil didn't really have a whole lot to do anyway. As long as he covered. Sylvie will triple the fun. We're going to go ahead and Marion Watch over me. We're going to Magic Emit for Cecil, and we're going to Gracious Knight for break immunity. Alright, so the physical attacks we evade, the magical attacks Cecil takes care of, which is a little bit painful. We actually didn't change stance, which I should have done. I totally forgot about that. I meant to change stance, but I forgot. My bad. Alright, we were not dispelled. Dispels are going to be a little bit irritating when they happen, but we'll deal with them. Alright, so Cecil will just top off himself and... nope, not cover. Cecil will top himself up, and then we'll into the dark. Kadaj will, let's see, Enveloping Gaia spinning. Actually, wouldn't it be better to do Gaia last? It would, for this guy, because we can't break his defense anyway. So we're going to Enveloping Spinning Gaia. Enveloping Spinning Gaia. Sylvie is going to imbue Light Element to the 2 Kadajes. Let's see if I can find it, because she has too many skills. Let's imbue Light to both Kadaj. And we will do, I guess, a mana regen On who has lower mana? The friend has slightly lower mana. It's about equal, though. Alright. This is the power-up turn. This does very, very low damage, as expected. 6% during the charge-up is not bad, though. Alright, we're definitely going to push a threshold next turn. We still were not dispelled, which is great. Getting lucky on those. Alright, now it's time for the burst. Thunderous, thunderous, thunderous. And let's see what kind of damage this deals. We need this to deal about 25% of his health or so. That worked. That worked. That was about 25%. Alright, let's see. Let me help to both the Kadajas to refill their mana. And let's refresh Magic Mitt. Cecil will, let's do... I'm pretty sure Sylvie's buff can't be dispelled. We don't need that. Let's Paladin's Protection. Let's Knight's Bearing. And we'll do some more mana regen. Alright. So we're gonna have to, hit him with an Esper this turn. Let's do that. I'm trying to think. Alright, let's do our burst. Alright, Sylvie will, let me see, triple the fun. Let's hop to the rescue on Kadaj. Actually, there's no point in that. Let's do it on Cecil. Let's hop to the rescue on Cecil. Let's do some break immunity. Alright, so I'm just now realizing no, we're fine. Yeah, we crossed the threshold on turn 4, but because of that, it canceled out the boss's inhale. Alright, so we're going to... Or it canceled out him inhaling a second time on that turn. So we're going to power up again. Cecil will dispel the boss's defense buff, so it's gone next turn. Sylvie will... let's barrier... That's a defense buff. I guess we'll growing offense and we'll hop into battle next turn. Let me help to one of the Kadajas. Okay. Cecil's such a boss. We're not even using General Mitt. He doesn't care. And he's not swapping stance either. Alright, Kadaj. Now we don't want to go below 30 on turn 6, but obviously on the charge-up turn, we're not going to. Alright, Sylvie, let's triple the fun. We're gonna hop into battle on Kadaj. And then we're gonna imbue light element to both of them. Cecil is going to use Paladin's Protection to give himself a better mitigation. We're going to or a better regeneration. We're going to provoke, and I guess I probably should change stance here for the damage reduction. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, and Kadaj. Kadaj will chain. Okay. Oh, there's the dispel. We finally saw a dispel. We knew it was coming eventually. We knew it was coming. But Sylvie's buffs can't be dispelled, so we really don't care. And Cecil got, like, super mana drained, which is annoying. Alright, there's a dispel, but Sylvie's buffs are immune to dispel. But the imbue was removed, so we're going to have to take care of that. So let's re-imbue with Sylvie, which is why we brought her. Big reason why. And we need mana on Cecil because he got, like, big-time mana drained. Let's fix that. Cecil is now going to refresh cover and change stance to give himself the mitigation. And Kadaj, let's go. It's burst time. 1, 2, 3. It's turn 7. Turn 7 is safe to go below 30%. Perfect. So we might get dispelled again. If so, we don't really care. We did get dispelled again. So rude. Super rude. But thank you, Sylvie, for being awesome. Alright, come on, Cecil. Let's finish this up on turn 8. Alright, Sylvie, let's triple the fun. Let's go ahead and put that imbue back up on both. And we'll use Gracious Knight for the break immunity. Doesn't really matter. There's a mission to finish with an LB, so we'll do that. So, Chain and Cecil LB for the finishing mission. Okay. All missions, 8 turns, full evade team, 4-man team. I mean, other than the evasion, this team wasn't really, like, super whalish or anything. I mean, I guess it did use Sea Dragon, which is kind of specific. But still, it was mostly accessible. And as you saw, the friend had a pretty basic evasion build. Did not have Sea Dragon. And it worked out. There we go. So we have Scorn of the March of the Insects using evasion. We took no damage whatsoever except for Cecil. We imbued Holy. We chained. We used a free DPS. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Pretty effective. And there was a sneak peek into how we're going to do the Behemoth fight when it comes to global, unless it gets changes, which it probably won't. So here we go. I will see you guys next time.